Testing, testing. Is this working? Height. Is this better? Okay, good. I think we're sorted now. I saw a few Q&As on YouTube recently and I thought, why not? Could be fun. Probably should do introductions first though, to be fair. Although probably most of you who are watching this know who I am anyway. I'm Hannah. I am at Earp Sister on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. I do a lot with Wynonna Earp fandom and that's probably where you see me, although I used to fangirl over other stuff as well, but I changed my name to Earp Sister. So previously, before that, I was Queen Sharola for Girls Aloud, and I don't know, I was in like Willow and Tara fandom thing, but I can't remember, that was like a long time ago. So I asked on Instagram and Twitter for Q&A questions and I got, I think, 12. So I'm going to go through them. They're mostly Wynonna Earp related. Okay, so first one. How did you become the UK rep for Wynonna Earp? Okay, firstly, technically, officially, I'm not officially anything to do with Wynonna Earp. I will clear that up right away. I know nothing. I'm not officially affiliated at all. I think a lot of people think that I have like special access to the cast or get like exclusive information. I don't. I have nothing more than anybody else. In fact, I probably have even less than some of you guys. I swear, like some of the more famous Earpers probably have more access than I do. So just to clear that up though, so unofficially I'm kind of like a UK rep, simply for the fact that I started watching it right from the beginning. So like pretty much day one in America. Well, I think I watched it like 6 days after it came out, the first episode in America. So liked it from then. That's pretty much it. And obviously you do like the UK hangouts now as well. I'm not really like a rep. Although the cool thing is I started doing the first few Wynonna Earp hangouts in the UK. So I did 3. They started off with like 4 people. 4, I can't count. 4 people. And it's gone up to the last one we did was 22. So it's nice now. So after the first 3, like loads of people are doing them now. So it's kind of like almost like my work here is done. Like I managed to organise so much stuff and it's like taking off in the UK now. It's crazy. Obviously, I'd love to be officially reps for Wynonna Earp, bring it on, but that's unlikely to happen. Not officially anything. Okay, question 2. What was your best / favourite moment at a convention? Oh my god. This is, right, I can do this, I will do this in two ways. The first one is Wynonna Earp related, the second one's not Wynonna Earp related. So not everything's about Wynonna Earp. Okay, so this is really hard. Wynonna Earp related, probably the shout out at the Wynonna Earp panel at Klexicon. There's like, oh my god, I made it. Like sitting there watching the cast being like, Hannah! And then Emily doing a shout out. I was like, oh my god. This is like dreams. Obviously, I would love to be up there on the stage doing a panel with Wynonna Earp. God forbid it would scare the living bejesuses out of me. Like I would be terrified, but I would love it. Like it's just like a dream to be able to sit up there with the cast. But like to get my first like shout out on a panel and like you go up there and like they actually know who you are. That's so cool. Like just from doing stuff in the fandom, I think it's so cool. And then so I will play the video.
All the way from England. It's a bit of a random question. In season 2, I thought the storyline with Black Badge was like ended really like quickly, and like the blood contact.
I'm getting notes. I'm getting sent notes.
And like the blood contact thing was just kind of like null void. Was that just?
What makes you think it's null and void?
In season 3.
Black Badge, I think, are wily and tricky and always have their eyes on the prize. And I would say they do come back in a very unexpected way, a way that's very personal. Ooh. Thank you, Hannah.
Favourite moment that was non-Wynonna Earp related was actually the first time I met Rachel Scarston. Well, the first convention I met Rachel Scarston. She was sat with the group of Lost Girl cast at the time, and it was pretty much like my second convention ever, I think, so I was not used to it at all. And I walked up to the group, they were having the group shot, and Rachel goes, "Good morning, my darling," really loud in front of everybody. And then I was like, "Hi," and then I sat down in the middle, and then I could feel somebody doing something on the back of my head. I thought it was Chris Holden-Reed, because I was like, he's going to be doing like peace signs or something. And then I was like, what is going on? And then the photographer was like, "That's a really good photo, everyone's going to love it." And I could see like everybody smiling around me, and I was like, okay, what is going on? And like later on in the day, we got the photos back, and I went to collect the photo, and then it was Rachel kissing the top of my head. I was like, what is going on? Like, I have been kissed by Rachel Scarston, and I didn't even realise it. I was like, what? That was so cool. Like, I was not expecting that at all. Like, then, like, for my second convention as well, like, what an experience. Like, she knew who I was, and like, that's crazy. I think that's like one of my favourite photos ever. Yeah. Third question. Do you remember how we met? Right, Michelle, just to clarify this, Michelle is one of my really good friends I met through Wynonna Earp. So to answer your question, Michelle, technically yes and technically no, because I don't remember how we met online, obviously through Wynonna Earp, somewhere, UK, Earpers, something or other. But I do remember when we met at Earpicon, which is the first time we met properly, because I walked through the doors and you were literally the first Earper I saw. You were like right there in front with your kids, and I was like, oh my god! And then we went crazy. That was so funny. Like, of all the people to see, the first person through the door was obviously Michelle. Question number 4. This is quite a difficult question, actually. Other people have asked me this, and I've kind of always said, like, I don't know. So I had to think about this a few months ago. So the question is, favourite Wynonna character and who do you relate to the most? Now, as my username suggests, my favourite characters are Wynonna and Waverly. Probably Waverly pips it slightly just because she's so cute. Maybe that's just Dom coming through, I really don't know. I think it's because, like, I relate to them kind of in a weird way. I find there's not one character I like really relate to. Like, maybe like little bits from everybody, but not like one particular character. So the way I look at it is I'm a mix between Wynonna and Waverly, simply for the fact that Wynonna seems really like innerly lonely, which is kind of like me. You desperately want to be like loved and find somebody to love, but you just haven't, and like she kind of feels really like lonely. That's what I get the vibe from her anyway, and that's kind of what I feel like. But then Waverly is like quite nerdy, kind of. I'm not brainy in any way really, but I don't know, she's kind of quirky. I kind of relate to that. So I'm kind of like a mix in between the two. So basically, yes, Earp Sister would be brilliant. I'll quite happily, Emily Andress, please put me on the show, and I can just be me, and I'll be a mixture between the Earp Sisters. I mean, I'm not as evil as Willa. I hope. Question number 5. Who would you like to see guest star on Wynonna Earp, or in what show would you like to see one of our Wynonna Earp cast guest star in? Okay. I did put this on Twitter recently. Technically there's loads of people, so I'm just kind of going to go for my latest person that I really like, and that's Vanessa Morgan from Riverdale. I've really got into Riverdale in the last few months. My niece told me to watch it, I've really got into it, and weirdly enough, my favourite character is Tony, and I literally thought she was cool from the first moment she walked on the screen. At that point, we assumed she was straight, okay? I was just like, she's really cool, like, I like her style and her hair, and I was like, she's really cute, and I like her. And then it turned out she was actually an LGBT character, so that was even better. But Vanessa Morgan's also been on Shannara Chronicles, which I've just started watching season 2 of, so at this current point, I've only watched the first episode of season 2. But she's in that as well. And also, she's Canadian. Therefore, this is a very good reason to put her on Wynonna Earp. It would be kind of cool. I don't think that would really work with Wynonna going to Riverdale, but I think Vanessa should play somebody on Wynonna Earp. That would be so cool. I can just imagine her and Dom. I'd have a fangirl heart attack. It would be brilliant. Okay, question 6. What has been your favourite event you have been to Wynonna related? I've only really been to 2 conventions related to Wynonna Earp. So I've only met the cast twice, and that's not even all of them. Like, I haven't met Melanie yet, dear God. Come on. I've only been to Clexicon and Earpicon UK. The first time I ever met the cast was at Earpicon. That was last year. I can't really pick between the 2 as in what's my favourite because they're really different. Earpicon UK, obviously because it was the first time I met the cast and that's special, and the first time I've ever really been surrounded by that many Earpers. It was crazy, like a powerful feeling, like you're just like a massive family, and it was like quite emotional for everybody, especially at the end. I was like, wow, to be surrounded with the cast and with meeting up with so many people from Twitter that I knew for the first time, that was special. But then also Clexicon, this time I went this year, not the year before. Yes, I went 2018, and that was special in a different way. Like, I got to meet Emily for the first time, which I've been trying to meet her for quite a few years, even before Wynonna Earp, because I watched Lost Girl. Yeah, that was amazing. I don't know who was more nervous and excited. Like, she seemed really happy to meet me, and like I was freaking out meeting her, and it was so cute. And I got to see a lot more Earpers who I knew who weren't British, mostly, who I'd seen on Twitter. So that was great. And to be surrounded by that many LGBT people, even if they weren't LGBT, but like allies, and it was really special. Like, I'm like those 2 events, simply for the fact that like it's almost the people that were there rather than the actual event, if you know what I mean. Like, it just made it really special. Question number 7. Do you know if the cast of Wynonna Earp is going to visit Germany? I don't. As far as I'm aware, they are not doing anything in Germany at the moment. The best thing, or in any country actually, is the best thing to do is to speak to, if you have Comic-Cons or conventions of some sort which have like a multitude of different TV shows, to request them. I think that's what happened in Australia. Like, they're really far away, but a couple of the cast went there. So I think if you request them, not like don't say it to the guests. Like, they can't do anything. They don't book the events. You need to speak to the actual event organisers. So tweet at the people, the conventions, and yeah, do it that way. I think that's probably the best way, because the cast, they don't really have, as far as I'm aware, they don't have any influence on where they go. They just go where they're told. Question number 8. What type of character would you love to see on Wynonna Earp? This was really hard. I was like, oh my god. Because there's been so many characters, it's really hard to know. This is, alright, I've taken this slightly out of Wynonna Earp. Like, in general, because I can't think of something specifically for Wynonna Earp, but in general, I would really like to see somebody with my illness on a TV show. So I've got this thing called fibromyalgia, and it affects me every day. It's physical, mental, it's a big thing. Like, it's some people have it worse than others or whatever, and some people can't even do their job because of it. I've had to adjust my job for it, and like it's not really spoken about. It's a lot of people have it, but up until recently people just thought it was like the lazy disease, like people just can't be bothered because you have fatigue and muscle pain and stuff, so people were just like, you're just lazy. But I've never seen it on a TV show. I would love if more people would use hidden disabilities on their shows. So, and this doesn't take away from people who have other disabilities, but I never see anyone who looks perfectly normal. This is probably going to sound so wrong. But has a problem. Like people do sometimes touch on, obviously, like depression and stuff like that, but even like somebody who's hard of hearing, they don't really show that in shows, or people who can't talk because maybe they don't find that it's attractive and people will want to watch that. I don't know. Obviously with mine, like I look completely normal. Like most people don't know I have anything. At work I just get on with it. People are like, oh yeah, I'm like, if I'm struggling, I'm having a bad day, they just think I'm just being lazy, or oh yeah, I forgot you had that. Yeah, exactly. But no one has a TV show with that on, and that to me would mean a lot, because I'm not represented in that way at all. I mean, leave a comment if there is stuff, but because I don't watch soaps and things like that, so maybe it is in there, I don't know. That would be cool. Question 9. How can people support the Tea and Biscuits hangout? Okay, so I do the Tea and Biscuits Wynonna Earp UK hangout, so that's something that we do live after the UK airings of Wynonna Earp. We've done it for season 1 and 2, and I'm planning to do it for season 3 as well. In season 1 we had a few of the cast come on. We had Emily come on twice, we had Dom, and then I also do specials, so we've had Kat on, Shamia, Kate Drummond, and recently I had Rachel Scarston. God bless Rachel Scarston. I blackmailed her, I don't know how I did it. Anyway, and so basically the best way to support that is to tweet about it. And my camera died. Amazing. Okay, hopefully it caught the end of that. Okay, question 11. Describe your perfect role, your dream role. Okay, so then I queried this, and it's if I was acting in something. 1, I don't act. I can act. I am crap. But if I could, I'd want to be a badass, like a Buffy / Wynonna person. Basically, because that's like what all my favourite TV shows are, like Lost Girl, Buffy, Wynonna. Yeah, so a badass, kick-ass person. But like an LGBT character, obviously. Need more of them, with good storylines. Buffy, Wynonna, crossover. Maybe. Type person. Okay, last question. Are you planning to do an Earp Meetup in Birmingham? Because I totally think you should. Okay, I've left this one till last because I've actually had quite a few people ask me this question over the last few months, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Because I did a Birmingham one recently. Wow. Like 6 months ago or something like that. But quite a few people have asked me. So I'm going to announce officially that we're going to do a Birmingham meetup on Saturday the 16th of June 2018. I don't have any further information at the moment, but a date, Saturday the 16th of June, and hopefully I'll see lots of you there and we can have some fun. I will post more information on my Twitter, Instagram, and whatever else I can think of, with more details. Let me know if that sounds good to you, because that's pretty much the only day I can do. That's it for this Q&A. Hopefully it was okay, basically just me rambling. Quick note on the end of this, Wynonna Earp is airing season 3 beginning in July in America. Hopefully UK as well, but we'll stick with America and Canada. July. Before we start properly campaigning for season 4, we need to make sure the viewing figures are really good for season 3. Obviously, people outside the US and Canada, we can't really help in this respect. So people who are in America and Canada, please just like watch it on repeat, DVR it, watch it. I think it's in the first 48 hours. Just tell everybody to watch it. Even if they don't actually watch it, just put it on the computer, just put it on the TV and just let it go. It's fine, because you have to do it for us, because we can't do it. So, most important thing, watch Wynonna Earp season 3. And then hopefully that will help us get a season 4. Tweet about it, hashtag Wynonna Earp. If you have anything you would want me to do, like talk about, or any topics you want me to talk about, I'll try and do another rambly video. I'm very good at rambling, apparently. I have noticed during this video. Leave a comment in the bottom and I will read them all, and hopefully this was fun. Bye!